Welcome everybody to this launch of STEM Women Global. I am Frances Parovich, Foreign Secretary of the Australian Academy of Science. Wherever you are joining us from around the globe, we welcome you to this special occasion for the launch of this new global platform, which will support greater gender equity in STEM across the globe. We hope from wherever you are joining us today, you are enjoying peace and good health. Before we begin, I wish to acknowledge and pay my respects to the Wurundjeri people, the traditional owners of the land from which I am coming to you today. I'd also like to extend this acknowledgement and pay my respects to the traditional owners and elders, past and present, of the land in which the Academy's office is located, the Ngunnawal people, and to the traditional owners of all the lands on which the Academy operates and its fellows live and work. They hold the memories, traditions, cultures, and hopes of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples of Australia. The Academy has been delighted to lead the delivery of this important project in partnership with the InterAcademy Partnership, or IAP, and with support from the Association of Academies and Societies of Sciences in Asia, ASA, Network of African Science Academies, and the Inter-American Network of Academies of Science. We acknowledge the many academies and STEM organisations who have provided support to this project by connecting us with many women in STEM in your country. This project was made possible by funding from the IAP, and after months of collaborations across the globe and website and project development, we have arrived at today's launch. The site is now live at www.stemwomen.global. So if you haven't already done so, please look at the profiles of well over 800 STEM women already posted. Once again, I thank all of those who have made it happen, some of whom we will hear from today. Professor Cheryl Prager, Australian Academy of Science Fellow and Chair of ASA's Special Committee on Women in Science and Engineering, or WISE. Professor Datuk Dr. Azma Ismail, FASC, President of the Academy of Sciences Malaysia and co-chair of the IAP, and the voices of our global stakeholders. Firstly, let's hear from Professor Cheryl Prager. Over to you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Frances, and for that warm welcome and also for introducing the launch of STEM Women Global. I'm Cheryl Prager, a Fellow of the Australian Academy of Science and its former Foreign Secretary. I have been delighted to be the steward of this most important project as the immediate past chair of the Women in Science and Engineering Committee, that is the WISE Committee of ASA. I too wish to acknowledge and pay my respects to the traditional owners and elders, past and present, of the land in which I speak from today, the Ngunnawal people. I extend this acknowledgement to all First Nations people around the world as custodians of knowledge critical to understanding our world and informing our decisions. The Academy's STEM Women Initiative commenced in 2019 as a direct response to the Women in STEM Decadal Plan of the Australian Academy of Science, a 10-year strategy to achieve gender equity in STEM by 2030. The Decadal Plan stresses the importance of seeing women in diverse STEM careers and equally represented in the media, in public events, and in other forums like boardrooms and classrooms to provide role models for girls and women and to inspire a nation. As such, the STEM Women platform was developed to make women across STEM more visible and to facilitate career-enabling opportunities. Since its inception, thousands of women in STEM across Australia have created profiles on STEM women, and many have since been engaged in exciting opportunities to progress their careers, such as award nominations, conference invitations, speaking opportunities, committee and board appointments, media opportunities, and school visits. In 2021, STEM Women was expanded to 30 countries across Asia, with women in each country able to create profiles and connect with opportunities via STEM Women Asia. this multinational expansion has also facilitated international collaborations in STEM. And we are so thrilled that STEM Women is now global. STEM Women Global will enable women in STEM wherever they live or work to connect with exciting opportunities to progress their careers. And there has never been a more important time for this project. In July 2021, the Australian Academy of Science led the delivery of a rapid research report that showed the dynamic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on women in the STEM workforce throughout the Asia-Pacific region. The project was funded by the Australian government and supported by many members of the ASA-WISE committee and other organisations and individuals in the region. The collaborative research project included a survey of over 1,000 people in STEM. It revealed that the COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated pre-existing gender inequity in the STEM workforce across the region. This has been brought about by changes in lifestyle and the blurring of boundaries between the spheres of work and home, increased domestic and caring responsibilities, which have impeded work productivity, precarious and insecure work arrangements, and reduced access to research facilities and workplaces due to lockdown arrangements. These conditions have had significant impact on individual well-being as women in STEM respond to social change and balance cultural and familial expectations. Overwhelmingly, international collaboration, together with supportive workplaces and communities, can minimise gendered impacts of the pandemic on the STEM workforce, now and in the post-pandemic recovery. STEM Women Global and its sister platforms, STEM Women and STEM Women Asia, demonstrate that by working together across borders, we can develop the solutions needed to address gender inequality in our science communities, both as individual countries and across the globe. It demonstrates that distance and division brought about by the pandemic can be overcome if we commit to work together. I would now like to acknowledge the support of everyone who's made it all possible. First and foremost, the IAP and its regional networks, ASA, NASAC, and IANAS. I thank those joining us here today, and I look forward in particular to hearing from the President of the Academy of Sciences Malaysia, who is also an IAP co-chair, Professor Dr. Asma Ismail. I wish to thank the Steering Committee, representatives from supporting organisations who have been involved in the delivery of this project. They have been collaborating to achieve an impactful platform and actively seeking out women in their network to create profiles on the platform. When we first met to discuss this opportunity, there were different views about how the project could best proceed and different cultural perspectives about how the project could best meet its aims. And I'm proud of our effective collaboration to pave the way for today's launch of STEM Women Global. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the Australian Academy of Science Secretariat, who have deftly and steadfastly supported the delivery of the project, including the diversity and inclusion, the international and the ICT teams. The project highlights the Academy's ongoing commitment to promoting gender equity in STEM so that women researchers and professionals working in STEM across all countries can be easily discovered and offered career advancing opportunities. I acknowledge the 800 plus, almost 900 women who have created profiles so far, contributing to an important source of expertise, support, community and opportunities, as well as expanding the platform for global reach The platform has multilingual capability for equity of access across locations, languages, and cultures, and has tools and mechanisms to support women scientists who have experienced displacement or are at risk. My congratulations and thanks to all who have participated up to now, and my very best wishes to those who will be part of the future of STEM Women Global. We see you and we support you. I encourage any scientist who identifies as a woman, is committed to promoting science and technology, and has completed either a master's degree or higher, or a bachelor's degree in natural sciences or social science, to create a profile and join this global community. Simply visit stemwomen.global/create-profile and provide your details. We invite you to spread the word and encourage women in STEM across your networks to create a profile and to promote the initiative so that more women in STEM across the world can benefit from it. Without further ado now, it gives me great pleasure to virtually cut the ribbon to launch STEM Women Global.
Thank you, Cheryl, and welcome back, everybody. It goes to show even a ribbon cutting can be virtual. It's now my pleasure to introduce Professor Dr. Asma Ismail, co-chair of the IAP, to make some remarks.
Hello everyone, I'm Professor Asma Ismail and I'm currently the President of the Academy of Sciences Malaysia. I've just been elected as one of the 6 co-chairs of the InterAcademy Partnership, and it is in this role that I'm joining this exciting global event today. The InterAcademy Partnership, or IAP as is more commonly referred to, has more than 140 national, regional and global member academies working together to support the vital role of science in seeking evidence-based solutions to the world's most challenging problems. IAP harnesses the expertise of world's leading scientific minds to advance sound policies, improve public health, promote excellence in science education, and achieve other critical development goals. IAP members constitute more than 30,000 leading scientists, engineers, and health professionals in over 100 countries. Academies are typically independent and highly committed institutions that recognize and promote excellence and achievement. By definition, they are merit-based, with members selected from among the leading scientists within a country or region. Academies are vital civil society institutions that have the credibility to inform policymakers and the public about problems and potential solutions. Their credibility comes not only from the scientific excellence of their members, but also from the fact that they are free of vested political and commercial interests. Indeed, although many academies were established by national governments and tasked with serving their countries by bringing scientific perspectives to bear on national and international issues, they are constituted as independent bodies. Now, just as each IAP member academy represents an authoritative voice nationally, this unified voice of academies under the IAP aims to amplify academies' impact at the international level. Now, as the international attention has turned to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, IAP provides a collective mechanism for academies to further strengthen their crucial roles as providers of evidence-based policy and advice. IAP produces evidence-based statements and reports examining major priorities for sustainable development and provides independent and authoritative advice to national governments and intergovernmental organizations, including the United Nations on critical science-based issues. IAP also helps build the capacity of its new and less experienced member academies, thus strengthening their ability to take on an advisory role in their own nations and to contribute to global discussions. Furthermore, IAP is an observer organization of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and the Belmont Forum. The IAP also has 4 regional networks, one in Asia, the Association of Academies and Societies of Sciences in Asia, known as ASA, one in Africa, the Network of African Science Academies, known as NASAC, and another in the Americas, the Inter-American Network of Academies of Sciences, known as IANAS, and the 4th one in Europe, the European Academies Science Advisory Council, known as ESAC. Now, these groupings help ensure that IAP's global reports and statements are inclusive and have truly global relevance. Now, at the same time, working within each regional network, academies can focus on science policy issues significant to their part of the world. Now, the Australian Academy of Science, as a member of the IAP Regional Network and ASA, received funding from the IAP in 2020 to expand the successful STEM Women Australia platform developed by the Academy to promote gender equity in STEM and showcase the breadth of scientific talent in Asia and Oceania. Now, this initiative is called STEM Women Asia and was launched in 2021. The STEM Women Asia project was led by Professor Cheryl Prager, who was then the chair of ASA's Special Committee on Women in Science and Engineering. The IAP would like to thank Professor Prager and members of her special committee for providing guidance and advice on this project. Now, together with the sister platforms STEM Women Australia and STEM Women Asia, have featured more than 3,600 profiles of women in STEM across 30 countries, representing more than 4,000 professional disciplines and more than 250,000 page views. Now, building on the impact of these 2 existing STEM Women platforms, with additional funding from the IAP, this project has expanded the functionality of the databases to enable women working in STEM professions across the world to be offered exciting opportunities to progress their careers and personal capabilities. Now, this initiative is called STEM Women Global, and it was developed with support from IANAS and NASAC. STEM Women Global seeks to ensure that women researchers and professionals working in STEM from a range of disciplines across all countries can be easily discovered and offered career-advancing opportunities. Now, this project will promote gender equity in STEM by showcasing the breadth of scientific talent in participating countries. Now, with gender inequity being exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic, it is more important now than ever to progress initiatives like STEM Women Global to actually provide powerful tools to raise the visibility of women in STEM and nurture a community to support them. Now, with the support of the IAP networks, STEM Women Global will provide a practical, immediate, and tangible mechanism to actually empower women in all regions, which we know will lead to greater economic growth and development. I am pleased that this project links to several Sustainable Development Goals, including SDG 5 for gender equality, SDG 16 for peace, justice, and strong institutions, and SDG 17, which aims to enhance North-South, South-South, and triangular regional and international cooperation on and access to science, technology, and innovations. So congratulations to Professor Prager for leading this project, and on behalf of the IAP, I thank her for being so generous with her time and wise advice that has led us to today's launch. Thank you also to IAP Regional Networks, IANAS, and NASAC. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Ismail. Please now join me in watching this lovely video from STEM women across the globe who share their thoughts on the value and significance of this new global platform.
My name is Srubhavati Goswami. I am working in the Physical Research Laboratory in India, and I am a professor in physics.
My name is Jackie Kado. I'm the Executive Director of the Network of African Science Academies.
My name is Frances Henry, and I'm Professor Emerita from York University in Toronto, Canada.
I'm Dr. Anjana Singh and Professor of Microbiology at Central Department of Microbiology, Tribhuvan University.
Hi, I'm a Professor of Industrial Engineering at Yonsei University, Seoul, Korea.
My name is Supawan Tantayanwant. I am a Professor of Chemistry at Chulalongkorn University, Thailand.
So, women often suffer from imposter syndrome, and they feel that they don't belong to the science profession. And I feel that the opportunity to be a part of the platform and connected to an international forum will give them a sense of belonging, and this networking opportunity can boost their confidence. I feel very strongly about inclusion in STEM, and I will be very happy to be a part of this platform.
The science sector, which is the STEM sector, is heavily male dominated. If women are recognized, then we get the gender balance and gender equity that we're constantly looking for in the science sector.
And the objective of this platform on an international level, of course, is to announce to the world, as it were, that there are women scientists all over the world who are ready and able to be contacted for all kinds of scientific and research reasons.
And from the website, the expertise or the role models, women in science in Nepal also we can get connected.
I think I can be outreached to anyone in the world via this platform.
With STEM Women Global Networking, it really gives up more opportunity for us to work together, because I will know what is your expertise, and then we can work together.
It's really important because then we get the female voices, the women science participating in STEM issues and being able to highlight their work and scientific breakthroughs in different fields in science.
I think I can contribute to STEM Global Women Society by sharing those of my experiences.
In this platform, I can easily find out the common interests and also the way how we work together.
The Australian Academy of Science that began this initiative, I think it's crucially important.
I'm very happy about this initiative, and I would be very happy to support it, and also I will urge young women and all other women in our region to be a part of it and feel the pulse of the global platform, and I hope that it will help them in their career growth.
We are certain STEM Women Global will increase the visibility of women in all areas of STEM and provide a valuable resource for promoting gender equity in STEM across the globe. The Australian Academy of Science is delighted to have led the delivery of this initiative. Again, my congratulations to all involved with the successful delivery and launch of STEM Women Global. Thank you to all of you who have tuned in to this special occasion. We encourage you to explore STEM Women Global, either by making a profile or finding your next connection or expertise on the site. I would like to thank our guest speakers today, Professor Cheryl Prager, FAA and Chair of ASA's Special Committee on Women in Science and Engineering, Professor Dr. Asma Ismail, Co-Chair of the IAP, and our global STEM women featured in the video. Before we go, I'd like to invite you to a special webinar on the Latin America to be held at 7 a.m. Wednesday, the 16th of November, or Tuesday afternoon in the Americas. Thank you again for joining us today. I wish you all a very good day or evening in your part of the world.